Hey, my name is Kelsey, and my pronouns are she, her, hers.
My name is Lamina, and my pronouns are also she, her, hers.
We work for a community healthcare network called Teens PAC. PAC stands for Positive Actions and Choices for Teens. We offer free and confidential reproductive healthcare services between the ages of 10 through 24. These services include GYN exams, birth control, condoms, Plan B when Plan A doesn't work, and test and care for STIs, HIV, and hepatitis. We also have clinics all over New York City except for Staten Island. For more information and finding a clinic nearest to you, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at TeensPack. And we welcome you to this week's episode of Vibe Check called Act Right, how respectability politics cost Sha'Carri Richardson Olympic gold.
Imagine this. You're approaching the finish line at the 100-meter race at the US track and field trials. You're confident and present, and you're sure you're going to win. And that's exactly what you do. After earning your spot for the 2021 Olympics with all the adrenaline and joy running through your body, you run into the stands and hug your family members. Your biological mother died just last week, but you're thankful that she brought you into this world to achieve such a feat. Your praises are sung endlessly on social media. Celebrities are congratulating you for not only winning, but for showing up as your true self. Next up, winning gold at the 2021 Olympics.
Here comes Sha'Carri. Richardson's going.
I am an Olympian. A dream since I've been young.
Then all of a sudden,
The U.S. Olympic track star Sha'Carri Richardson suspended for a month after testing positive for marijuana.
your drug test comes back positive for cannabis. Then your win at the Olympic trial has been invalidated. You receive a 30-day suspension. Okay, you won't be able to compete in the 100 meters, but you can still run in the women's relay. People start tearing you down on the internet, saying you should have known better, even if you were grieving. You will live to regret this decision. The USA track and field don't put you on the roster and instead add the person who came in seventh place to you. Just like that, everything you worked so hard for has been ripped out of your hands. This is exactly what happened to Sha'Carri Richardson, a 21-year-old track athlete from Texas. I don't even really care about track, but I know who Sha'Carri Richardson is. Everything about her stood out to me. Like, I could tell that she was there to just really be herself.
Yeah, like when she pointed at the clock when she finished the race, oh my gosh, she's so iconic. But it's such a shame that this happened to Sha'Carri. Like everyone was so excited for her, and now that she like can't even compete in the Olympics. Like I know that she tested positive for like cannabis and everything, and she admitted that she smoked, but it just doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I definitely get what you mean. I've been hearing the phrase like rules are rules, but I think it goes like way beyond that. I think it has to do with respectability politics. People have gone out of their way to attack Sha'Carri, and that's because she doesn't fit into like the image of a respectable black woman that they have in their head.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so respectability politics is basically the idea that POC or specifically black people have to be respectable and polite to prove their own worth as humans.
But aren't those good things? Being respectable and polite?
I mean, sure, but you shouldn't have to be those things to get human rights or be treated with common decency.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let me elaborate. According to respectability politics, as a black person, you have to work extra hard, be extra nice, and go to an Ivy League just to receive a pat on the back from white people. And the end goal of this is to achieve whiteness to show them that you're one of the good ones.
Okay, how does this relate to Sha'Carri though?
Because black women specifically are subject to white beauty standards. And we're repeatedly told that we shouldn't be loud, that we need to be humble, and that we can't have like bright hair. And we're told not to act quote unquote ghetto, or and we're told to like act right. But Sha'Carri pulled up to the race with long acrylic nails, the orange hair, the tattoos, the lashes, everything, the attitude, and she showed up 100% herself, and she still won the race.
Ah, so they were mad. I see.
Exactly, exactly. So when her drug test came out positive, they saw that as an opportunity to like humble her and send a message.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. So Carrie knew, like, she didn't come to cater these white people. She came to win.
Her, period.
But my thing is like, she decided to smoke. They ain't fake her drug test, nothing like that. She just broke the rules herself.
So I want to unpack a few things about what you just said. But first, I want to make it known that she took full accountability for her actions and accepted the 30-day suspension. Next thing, yes, she broke a rule, but the rule itself has roots.
How?
Okay, we're going to dive into a bit of history here, so hang in there. Marijuana was made illegal in 1937, about, and
Okay.
an extremely racist man by the name of Harry Anslinger testified that, and I quote, there are 100,000 total marijuana smokers in the US, and most are Negroes, Hispanics, Filipinos, and entertainers. Their satanic music, jazz and swing, results from marijuana use. This marijuana causes white women to seek sexual relations with Negroes, entertainers, and others. This obviously wasn't true, but his testimony was actually super influential in the nationwide ban of marijuana. So, to be seen as like a respectable black person, a lot of black people just did not smoke. So since then, weed and those who smoke it, especially black people who smoke weed, have been demonized and condemned, which is why right now many of her supporters, like many of her black supporters, are like quickly turning on her and condemning her actions.
Wow. I didn't know that. I swear everything has some type of racist origin story. But now that I think of it, how would we even enhance her performance in the trials?
Exactly. They acting like she snorted a line of coke or shot herself up with some steroids, like some other athletes I know of.
All right, so she was banned for 30 days, which would cause her to miss the women's 100-meter and still make the relay race. But they didn't put her on the roster at all. Then, like, not letting her compete a lot, like, altogether, having the media tear her apart, send these messages that if black people want to succeed, they would need to adhere, like, to whiteness. It kind of sounds like she was punished.
That is such a great point. And do you know what is so hilarious to me? They replaced her with her girl who lost to her. No shade, but they literally swapped Richardson, who is the sixth fastest woman of all time and the fourth fastest American woman in history, with a runner who came in seventh place to her. Like they literally cost themselves Olympic gold. And for what?
All because she smoked a little weed.
Actually, it's not that she just smoked a little weed. It's more like this country isn't just racist. America is actively anti-black and will choose anti-blackness even if that means self-sabotage.
Sha'Carri Richardson now has to wait another 4 years despite her hard work.
And I just want to commend Sha'Carri for showing up as her full and true self.
Of
You know,
course.
she's trained endlessly for this moment. She got to where she wanted to be, and it was taken away from her. But I commend her and kudos to her.
She's such a strong woman, and she definitely has inspired people to like just show up as their true selves and not care about what people think. I mean, like, come on. She showed up with her lashes, her acrylic nails, her orange hair. Like, you don't typically see that in any other Olympics. So, like, she made a change.
Mm-hmm. Her. My message to Sha'Carri Richardson is her.
Right. Period. You did your thing.
The hosts for this episode were Kelsey Luna and Mamuna Ekamalu.
And the digital artist for this episode is Davy Villanueva.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Vibe Check.
Thank you.